everybody's applauding for us. It's that's nice. That was kind of a
I,
nice thing.
what happened
Everybody was clapping for us.
on the show?
Yeah, they were
Nice.
clapping. I was very pleased for that. So it is the last day of December, December 31st, 2025 at 11 p.m. Uh, how are you doing tonight, Casey?
Doing well. Doing well. Just relaxing. Had a cup of coffee.
Yeah,
Looking forward to the show, as always.
yeah. I dressed up a little bit for the show. I wore a tie for the show. I wanted
So,
to. You didn't know it
listen,
was a black tie affair,
I'm
did
gonna
you?
say, no. Or I would have
Sorry.
dressed up. I got my Grinch shirt on.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Were you now?
I got my own swag.
Yes, you do. Now I see a beautiful Christmas tree behind you. Did you have a good
Yeah,
Christmas?
yeah. I did. I did. I stayed, pretty dormant.
Okay,
Like I said, because my family's scattered all over the place, and it's
all
hard
over
to
the
get
country.
together. It was so beautiful to see, though, that my mom and dad had a 50th anniversary cruise that they went on.
Now, where did they go to?
I think they went down towards Cozumel that way.
Oh
I
yeah.
think
Okay.
somewhere
Okay.
down in the Caribbean.
Now, did you
But
say you've been on a cruise? Have you been on a cruise
I,
before?
I have once,
Okay.
and it was horrible.
It was horrible.
Horrible. Horrible.
Why was it horrible?
It was called Costa Mediterranea,
Okay.
and it was from the Costa Cruise Lines, and it was all Italian, everything Italian. So going into like the formal dinner was
Yeah.
like sitting in on a Sopranos dinner.
Okay.
All you heard was this talking. What are you doing? What you doing? Hey, what the? I'm like, here my ex and I are trying to enjoy the evening in our evening attire, and we got Tony Soprano and big fat uh, Phil Leotardo right down there, and yeah.
Now, was
But
it just?
had it not been for that, I would have enjoyed it. But the company that I had
Yeah.
was not particularly enjoyable.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's why I don't see that person anymore.
Okay. Now I went on a cruise to Cozumel when I was younger, and then I went on one with a friend this past spring, and we had a lot of fun. It was a lot
Right?
of fun, and I would recommend maybe if you're able to go with different company or something
I
like
want to
that.
do Carnival. Carnival looks fun.
Now that's where I've went twice. Carnival.
Yeah, and they have like the slide down in
Oh
the
yeah,
pool
yeah,
area.
yeah. They
Yeah,
had
that was
slides. They had
the one
basketball
ship had
court,
a lazy river.
lazy river, a couple
Yeah,
swimming pools, hot
cra-
tubs.
crazy.
All these eateries on there, so it's a lot of fun.
I bet. I
And I
bet
would
you are.
recommend if anyone gets the chance to go that they definitely should go. And here's also where they should go. They should go to all the social media pages. That's the Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. The Other People Show. We'll be on this Friday on 92.5 at 10 p.m. at WLSDradio.com as well. So it's the end of the year. How did you begin the year and how did you end the year?
Well, I'll tell you what. I ended or began the year with some difficulties. Had some licensing issues,
Okay.
and had to get that cleared up. But it's on the mends, and we're looking good. So, comparatively looking at it, yes, I have gone up this year instead of down, and I'm proud to say that I'm almost to my year marker of in a few months of complete sobriety.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, in July I'll have a year. So
No, that's very cool. And I do commend anyone that's fighting any kind of sobriety and doing the right thing and because it's
and I
not
made a
easy.
post. I made a post earlier, Adam, and I said basically, Happy New Year to everyone. My New Year's resolution is to stay sober, but if anyone and to help the next struggling alcoholic or addict.
Yeah.
And I said, if anyone out there tonight is struggling, please hit me up. And I mean that. Please hit me up. I don't care what hour it is. I don't
Same.
care what they talk about. if they just need to talk, for God's
Yeah.
sake, hit me up, man. I got some
Yeah.
stories I can tell. So do you.
Yeah. Now I'm today, and I wouldn't really consider. I went through probably around late May 25th, 26th until September 9th. And sadly, I'll publicly admit that I drank almost every single day between
Yeah,
those months.
you're
And it's
doing
been 113 days today since I've drank anything.
right.
So, anyone that's out there doing that, great job. You can get
Walking
through it.
that line. Yep.
Yeah. And,
Proud of
I
you, Adam. It's big, man. It's huge.
thank you. And good job for you too. And I was thinking, we were talking about this the other night a little bit, that we've always, both you and I, found out that we've both wanted to do shows on New Year's Eve.
Mhm.
And I've actually never got to
I've
do one, I
never
don't
done
think.
it. I've never done it, and I don't know how long we're going to go tonight, but God, could you imagine if we were able to make it till midnight and,
Yeah.
and, and watch the ball drop with our viewers? That would be huge, but we can't promise that. But that's something we may try to shoot for.
Yeah, and I've always wanted to do it. Now, I can't promise that I've never done it because I've done, shows for so long, but I do not think I've ever done one, even kind of the way that I've even wanted to do a show. And I've always wanted, honestly, to do a 24-hour show.
Right.
And it wouldn't just have to be on the radio, but it would be a continuous stream, and obviously you would have to have tons of people probably coming in. But I think that would be
That, and I
very
think you'd have
challenging.
to have live call in too.
Yeah, I think that would be very fun and very challenging.
We could do like
So
a 24-hour radio program.
yeah.
Invite in like jugglers and mountain
Now, can you
lions.
juggle? I've always wanted to juggle.
No, I can't juggle.
No,
No, I can't
no,
even.
it's
Well, I can golf, but I can't juggle.
yeah. Now, like this year for me, like it came in on a very uncertain note. It also came in with horrible weather. I had a bad toothache. My face was swollen, so it came in under very difficult circumstances. And there was January was a very difficult month. I received some a letter from a lawyer, asking me to stop promotion on a short film. Director David Lynch passed away in January. Um, some turbulent things were going on in my life, and as it went on, it seemed like it was getting better, but it always seemed like it would get a little bit better, and then
Two steps forward, two steps back, right?
yeah, it would really, well, it would feel like, three steps forward, and then it would feel like, or two steps forward and then three back, two
Right.
forward and three back. And
Never
it
catching up.
and it would seem like a always somewhat unexpected. You know what I mean? Like, always, you never know what's lurking around the corner of the maze you're going around. And it kind of ended on that same way. Kind
Right.
of like kind of like crypto in a way.
Right.
Crypto, when I first bought into crypto, it was high. And then
Something.
right after I bought it, it started going down. And then it started going up, 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 up. And then the remainder of this year, from like October until now, it's been stagnant. I don't want to say stagnant, but it's kind of been on this little bumpy road.
Right.
And but I do hope 2026 is the year of prosperity, not just financially, but mentally, physically, emotionally, for me and for others, because I have wronged people in 2025. I'm no innocent by any stretch of the imagination, but I've also been slandered in this past year as well. So I'm hoping to leave all that stuff behind,
Leave it
and
behind and start anew, brother.
yeah, yeah, because at the
That's
end of the day, each and every person should be held accountable for what they do. And I'm not even saying publicly, but from themselves.
Right.
They should be able to deep down look inside themselves and say, yes, I did this. This is what I want to change for the positive. I'm lacking in this area, so I want to try to build and work upon it. And that's some of the things I'm trying to do as well. And I think if people are really honest with themselves, they should think that way too. Don't you?
Well, I absolutely do. And Adam, what I was thinking, I had somebody earlier ask me why I decided to get sober. And they always tell you in early sobriety, they say, you can't get sober for anybody else but yourself. And now
Yeah.
that's true to a certain extent. But you want to know why my New Year's resolution and this year going forward for the rest of my life, hopefully,
Right.
of sobriety is because I'm tired of my mother down in Florida having to freak out every time the phone rings after 9 p.m.
Right.
wondering if it was finally the call to tell her that her son had died.
Right.
And if I can give her that gift after what she's done for me in my entire life, been the only rock in my life, but one that's only stood by me in certain areas, yeah, I'm doing it for her. That's
Yeah.
why.
I don't.
Give her a little peace in her retirement.
Right. Well, that's very cool, man. That's very cool. And I do really, as reflection go, but a lot of people, I don't know. It seems like they might just reflect on this time of year from the past, but or the past year or whatever. But I do reflect and try and want really to change a lot of the, not only toxic behavior that I'm around, but possibly toxic behavior that I've put out. Because everyone is toxic to a certain extent, whether they admit it or not.
And you feed off of those around you.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I know I have, been rushed to, anger at some points, as everyone has. I've, talked, poorly to people at some points.
Yeah, but
And,
Adam, the good thing about sobriety is that you get your feelings back. And you want to know
right.
the bad part about sobriety? You get your feelings back.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you have to reminisce on these things. But you're doing good, brother.
You're doing good. It's been a very odd, I didn't have to necessarily, it was a good Christmas, a different one than expected, a different one than what I had imagined.
Right.
But you kind of have to roll with these twists and turns of life because you never know where it's going to take you.
You have to be adaptable.
Yeah. And that's been one of the hardest things for me as a person is to be able to, I have a plan of what I would like for it to be, and then life comes at you. And my shortcomings is being able to often react correctly to these twists and turns. Like some twists and turns, I've got it perfectly. Others, I'm heavily lacking, which I'm sure everyone is to a certain extent.
Yeah, I would assume, because nobody goes unscathed. We all have our own battles. We all have our own struggles, and we don't.
Yeah.
And that's why I try to, like when I'm at a store like Dollar General bidding, getting something, or I'm at a gas station filling up. The one thing I've always done is I've said, thank you, Tatiana, or I've called them by their name.
Right.
They don't wear a name tag for no reason. They want to be, you know what I mean? Associated with the good work that they're doing or the good not-for-profit they're involved with. And if you will just allow me to move for a moment to get my charger. I thought this thing was charged. Here we go. But no, I try to call them by their names because, when you're calling somebody by their name, they feel like they are
important, respected, important, acknowledged,
respected. All the above.
Yeah.
All of the above.
Yeah.
Here. All right, hold on. I'm sorry, Adam.
No, you're fine.
This is a mess up. I
Everybody's
guess
getting a
my phone
little.
wasn't. I guess my phone wasn't charging when I thought it was charging, so I'm gonna have to switch.
It's okay.
spots.
It happens.
But like you were just saying, you have to be adaptable
Yeah. Yeah.
to
No,
any
well,
situation.
now, like for example, we have went through a couple of iPads lately. Like
Yeah.
this is the third iPad used for the show within the last probably 6 weeks of the show.
Right.
Adaptable.
Mhm. Adam,
So
if you haven't learned to be adaptable in your walk of sobriety, then you haven't walked sobriety, right?
yeah,
Because it
definitely.
seems like with a sober mind, you see and hear things that you wouldn't
Come here,
normally
Jack.
hear.
I've got a visitor here real quick that wants to say hello. Come here.
Okay, who we
Come here.
got?
Come
Who do
here.
we got? There's a little doggy.
Little Jack.
What kind of dog is it, Adam?
Like a mini poodle.
It's adorable. It's got a black head and a white body.
Look at the camera, Jack. Shake.
It's like one of those good evil cookies that have the, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's
Mini-
kind of just walking around.
You just pulled a John Kennedy there when you brought in the kids, or you brought in the pet, his live studio.
You didn't
He did
expect
that.
the animal, did you?
No, you didn't expect me to be walking around the house while I was on the air trying to figure out
No.
my situation.
You never know what you're going to get on the late show that we do.
Well, and then hey, that's what I'm chalking it up to. Normally, we're in studio. First of all, this is my first remote broadcast.
Now, you had not really. So this is your very first remote broadcast.
Well, no. When I worked for the radio station WENG down in Florida, I would do broadcasts from dealerships or that kind of stuff. But
this is this your first like live stream? Okay.
Like Zoom live stream, yes.
Okay. Now we used to do when we used to do the show on WEBR, we had a camera in studio that was always in studio, not just our camera. And then Jake would bring in like a little camera and have all these cords and wires and hooking things up. Mm-hmm. And it was on I think it was called like livestream.com or something like that.
Oh, really?
And for many, many years there, episodes went up all the time, and they were kind of like this, except we were like you and I are in the studio, we were sitting across from one another. But when live stream went down, so did all those shows, because we didn't have them archived anywhere else. So, but yeah,
I'm glad you're archiving our stuff, because like I asked you the other day, I said if we got a call that they needed a show, an afternoon drive time show for in Boise, Idaho, would you go? And he said yes. So
yeah,
I'm with you. I'm right there with you.
Well, I got an email today, and I'll read it right now. This is from Alex. I can't pronounce the last name. Hey, congratulations on the success with the Other People show. You've already released more episodes than most podcasters ever do, which is amazing. I love to support your show more. Can you send me a link to one of your favorite episodes? And then it was like this big email about it.
Wow.
So glad to connect. Alex San Filippo. I'm not sure if that's how.
Well, we're going to have to get in touch with Alex and send him an episode.
Yeah. We just launched the podcast network, and we're looking for shows to join. Here it is. So we could possibly be added to a podcast network. Jack.
Some kind of syndication, yeah.
No. So yeah, that was some pretty good news, and I'm hoping some good news will continue like that into this new year. It ended creatively. I think the year ended. The year was spectacular.
I think our shows have been right on point, brother.
Yeah.
And I think that we're only getting better.
Yeah, I do too. So creative.
when we start incorporating live call in and stuff, it's going to be a different show. When we start having prize giveaways and
Yeah. Now,
fun topics.
I wish it could be like, and I don't know if you've ever had this, wish it could be the creative life and like the romantic life would gel together perfectly.
Intercede. Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes it does. And then other times it's like no wonder I'm not good at it. I can't juggle either. So I can't juggle
Mhm.
all these things.
Right.
And what do you do? What do you do?
Well, I remember 4 words that my mom drilled into my head growing up was, "This too shall pass,"
Yeah.
and it always does. For some reason, even during the darkest hours of the darkest days, and we can go into my a little bit about my podcast if you want coming up, but in the darkest hours, in the deepest depths of the darkest mountains, again, there's still one day where our feet are on green grass.
Yeah.
And we don't know how we got there, but we thank God that we have. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Exactly. And
Doesn't always doesn't always stay static, even though it may seem that way. And that's why I meant my post. It's holidays. People struggle. There's people that are spending New Year's Eve alone watching a ball drop without a loved one because they've either passed away or whatever. And here we are having the opportunity to spread the word. Who am I not to offer my ear to somebody that just wants to talk and be a
yeah.
part of something? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I totally agree. And I want to back that sentiment up. If anyone does need to talk, they can easily reach out and
Even if it's
a giving
anonymously
ear,
to
a
the other
listening
people's
ear.
show. Yeah,
Yeah.
we have
And
links to the
that's
other people's show and uh, Adam or Jason, which you know what I mean. So
yeah, and that's kind of
um,
what we do. We talk and we listen. So we're good at those things.
yeah,
So we do have Blues Brothers coming up this weekend or Friday.
my favorite
So would this be your
favorite movie.
favorite movie?
Yes, of all time.
Okay. Now
Favorite line of the movie. What do you think it is?
I've only seen it once. I have got to rewatch
Oh,
it.
really? Okay, well, I'll wait for you to rewatch it.
Yeah, I'm going to rewatch it. I might rewatch it tonight. I might rewatch it tomorrow. But very excited to revisit it
It's a
because I
great
did.
movie because the music in it is just phenomenal.
No, I did work at the movie theater when Blues Brothers 2000 came out.
Never
Um,
watched it.
but I never watched it. I only watched like certain parts in there.
You
But
know what's also good? I watched the other day. Sister Act. That's a good
okay,
movie.
it's
I
pretty
forgot
funny.
about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
and
pretty
me
funny
being a
one.
Catholic, it's funny for me to watch those nuns
Oh yeah,
running
yeah,
around Las
that's right.
Vegas.
That's
You know what I
right.
mean?
So yeah, I'm. Are you gonna tune in and watch the ball drop? I don't know the last time I watched the ball drop. To be
Uh,
honest.
who am I gonna kiss?
True. True. Yeah,
Now the
I got.
ball drop. I think the ball drop thing is for couple. It's a couple thing. You know what I
Is
mean?
it?
Like you would look around a party at midnight and not one person standing there not either hugging someone or kissing someone. So this year
Yeah.
I'm solo.
Yeah, I understand that. I haven't. I don't even know the last time I really watched the ball drop. To be honest.
Me neither. Me neither. Because I usually go to bed at them. Actually, this is past my bedtime. If my
What?
eyes seem red or anything, it's because I go to bed normally 9:30, 10.
Yeah. So you stay up late for the audience, basically.
Yeah, and I drank a bunch of coffee, so now I'm jazzed
Yeah.
up.
Uh, I here's what I've always wondered: if the ball drops, it's dropping in New York.
Right?
It's the new year, but the West Coast is 3 hours behind us. Are they still in
Mhm.
Are they still in last year?
Yes,
Technically.
technically.
So, I know the whole thing's just a charade. Um, but being in, I was reading something today where there were people 6 and 7, 8 hours ahead of the ball drop, waiting in line in Times Square. That just seems crazy to me.
I don't think I'd have it in me to. Well, maybe. I mean, it is such an experience. I guess something you'd never experienced again. So maybe the wait wouldn't be that bad. But in temperatures of 18 degrees,
Yes.
3 hours is a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I was outside like 20, 25 minutes earlier, and I was, shaking after, I was done.
I refuse to go outside right now. I got my
There was
space
like
heater on.
there was like a little bulldog out there, like a little orange bulldog that I was out there petting for about 25 minutes.
See, I got my space heater right here.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, Casey went out. He'll be back in just a moment. The phone might have died, but we shall see. I do hope everyone does have a good New Year, and if you do the resolution thing, there's Casey back.
I don't know
Um,
what happened. It just went black.
yeah,
iPhone
I was like, he
iPhones
will
don't
be
normally
back.
do that. Yeah, iPhones don't normally do that.
So, but yeah, I don't think I would be fun standing in the cold waiting for the ball. If I were going to do anything, which I
How do you
won't.
get warm enough? How can you physically get enough clothing on to A, be able to move, and B, be able to breathe, and C, just tell me how it's done.
I have no idea. I could
You'd have
not.
to have gloves on with warmers and a 5 layer jacket.
I mean, like right now, I'm going to look at the temperature outside and let's see what it is.
I wonder
Right
what it is
now,
what it is in NYC.
okay, NYC. Here it's 31. Let's see, New
It's not
York.
bad.
It's 31 in New York and
Oh, okay.
feels like 19.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so even if it feels 31 or it's 31 and it feels 19, you're still not going to have
No,
enough.
you're still there shivering.
Yeah.
And I don't like to shiver. I mean, have you ever been in so cold where your teeth are chattering, shivering
Yeah.
uncontrollably?
Ice fish.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Just like we talked about. After about 4 hours, doesn't matter. Your feet are numb, your hands are numb, and your teeth are chattering. And it's about that time you hear your dad saying, "Come on, let's back it up."
Now how long
So
did you all would typically sit out there?
a couple hours, 2 or 3
Okay.
hours.
So you just had like toboggan and gloves, the warming gloves?
No toboggan, but we had snowsuit on and snow
Okay.
pants. And, the big Russian looking hat with
Yeah,
fur.
yeah.
And, yeah, we look
Okay.
like grumpy old men out there fishing.
Okay. Jack. Now I want to show a few things. I'll do that next time. Yeah, Grumpy Old Men. That's one of the
That's a
first
great
times.
movie.
Both that one and the sequel were both pretty funny.
People are both good. Yeah.
Yeah, they really
I
are.
mean, you got two legends, Walter Matthau and Jack
And
Lemmon.
Jack
I mean,
Lemon.
and then you got Anne Margaret and
Yeah,
Sophia Loren.
yeah, yeah.
And they got the guy from Rocky that played Mick, that
Uh,
played the dad. What was his name? Burgess Meredith.
yeah, Burgess Meredith. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I guess I mean, all those actors and actresses are, like
Dead
pretty
now.
much legends, and yeah, all passed
They're all
away.
gone.
All passed
It's
away.
sad. It's sad. It makes you realize, Adam, that we're getting old. We're getting
Yeah,
old. All these
it really
actors are
does.
dying. Have you seen John Candy? I mean, lately he looks like a sunken in ship that's just sinking, and it's so sad because then the other day I sat on the radio show last Friday how I was watching The Big Lebowski and how he was such a pivotal actor in that role, and to look at him now, it's just sad.
Yeah, yeah. He has lost a l- too much weight.
Too much.
Too much.
He looked good heavier. I thought he's like, you know what I mean. He's like the healthy John Candy. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
Then
Now,
he just started losing weight.
did you ever go and watch any kind of John Candy movies in the actual theater?
I think I saw Uncle Buck.
Which one?
Uncle Buck.
Okay, Uncle Buck.
Yeah.
Okay, I saw one. My mom and I saw one called Delirious, in the movie
Really?
theater. Have you ever watched that one?
I It's got Steve Martin in it.
No,
No,
I think
maybe
I think
I'm mixing it up with something else.
I think this is John Candy's the only really big name in the movie. I'd only seen it
No,
once, but he's like a soap opera writer who falls into like he gets in a coma, but in his coma, the soap opera is going on in his mind, like he's actually in it. So that's all I really remember. I remember it being fun and silly, but other than that, that's the only one I ever saw in the theater, to be honest.
really?
Yeah. Yeah, because that was the early
Yeah.
'90s, and he passed away in what, like, no, Cool Runnings. I saw Cool
Oh, that
Runnings in
was a
the
good
theater.
movie. That was a
Yeah,
good movie. It was
yeah,
about the Jamaican bobsled.
yeah, yeah. That was the last. That was the actually the last movie I saw of him in the theater. Because didn't he die
Really?
in like '94?
He died while they were shooting the movie. Something about Blazing Saddles, was it, or something like
Wagons
that?
East. Wagons
Wagon.
East.
Yeah, he died during that. So that
So,
was like 95, 94.
so yeah, man, it's been. I mean, I was thinking back, like it will be. We have been in the 2000s 26 years.
And I graduated in 99.
See, I
I didn't
graduated
really.
in 1998,
Okay, so you're a little bit before me in school, but
and
to
it
think about 27 years since I took that diploma in my hand. God, if I could have done some things differently.
yeah.
God,
Now,
that's what kills me about life.
does it feel
It-
like it's been that long for you since you graduated?
yeah, it really does because especially when I spent that 600 days in a closet being tortured, you
Yeah,
know, I learned the value of time and I realized how precious it truly is, you know.
right. Yeah, because I mean, I thought honestly when I was younger, I would write, and then some of my stories would take place in the future, which would have been at the time 2020, 2026, because I have a lot of some storage back in one of the back rooms, and
Hmm.
there's probably, I would say, a good 20 to 25 notebooks in there full of stories and things. But
Hmm.
one good thing about the stories and things that I do is I date every single thing. For example, this was when a game of Farkle was played, and the date on it is July 13th, 2025. So I
Hmm.
always date everything.
You date everything.
Yep. And
You've
that's
got
one reason,
tendencies.
yeah. Like this was like back when I was doing some investigations on stuff. There's dates.
Right.
So yeah. So I have a lot of those dates, and then in a lot of those stories, like I was going through some stuff a few days ago, about a week ago, and I was like, wow, this was written back when I was like 16 years old, you know, at April 14th, 1996 at 2:34 p.m. And some after have you ever like gone back and you see something that like like if you go back and you look at your if you go like your annual photo annual from high school or middle school, and you've not looked through it in ages, but you look at the pages and you're like, oh my god, I remember this exact page. That's
I
what
have,
some of these stories are like.
yeah, and you couldn't get past those high school stories. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those are some of the best times in my life, high school. I really can say that. And you know,
Now, when we ask on the show, didn't you? Um, we ask what was the question? I think it was me, you, Lana, and Cindy. We asked the question if there was an age that you could go back to, or what your perfect age. Didn't you all say a younger age?
yeah, I'd go back to about 21.
Okay. Did
Yeah,
somebody say like a child age? Didn't somebody say 11 or 12?
I think maybe I did, but if I'm truly thinking about it, 21 because I would have never picked up that first grade. You know,
Right. Right.
so little
Yeah.
things like that you can change. You know,
Yeah. I
but
mean,
hey, it's 20, 26. What 20? 21. Turned 21 in 2001, so it's been 25 years. And you know what? I can say strongly that I am sober now, and I
Right.
intend to stay that way. But it hasn't always been that way. It hasn't always been an easy road. You know,
Can you go back and look, look over the past of your life and be like, okay, these certain events are why I am where I am now. Because I
right?
can do that. Like I can I
Yeah,
can
I
I can
know.
make key
I know of one.
events.
I know of one especially. But
Right. I mean, I can go back, I drive a lot every single day. I usually drive about 3 hours a day.
right,
So often, some of that drive, I don't have service or signal, so I'll
think
talk to God sometimes, or I'll think, or but I was thinking back around certain milestones that if I had just done things a little different, it would have led to a different outcome. And a lot of those, one of my first ones, was probably, I probably about 32 was
mhm,
probably one of the first just really, unfortunate decisions that I made. And which is still a decision that kind of, quote, haunts me, because I still engage in, to this very day.
yeah,
And without that one decision, I think everything would have been changed for the positive. Although negative things are still going to happen. Um, one of those big
it's
decisions,
just
like
how you
you,
handle them. You know what I mean? It's how you handle them when they come along.
yeah, yeah. So, yeah. Well,
I
it is.
learned. I
Go
was
ahead.
just gonna say, I've learned with age, being passive is much more appetizing than being aggressive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I want different things now in life, as you probably do too, than I did. Like, I want the same. I want to be doing the same things, but now when I want to do them, it's for a different reason than my initial reason, so many years ago. Like, radio has always been something that I've craved, always been something that I've loved, doing shows, things like that.
Right.
But, the reasons now seem to be more pure than my reasons after getting accolade, in the past. My reasons now are more like a pure love for it, rather than wanting, uh, you know, hey, Jack's coming over here.
You got it.
Don't go. I've got a lot of chords, a couple of chords here, so I don't want him to
You chew on
walk in
them.
the
Don't chew on
chord,
them. Oh yeah.
chew, or I don't want him to accidentally walk, and there's a monitor behind this screen,
Yeah.
and that would just pull everything down.
Knock it down. We don't want that. So we're doing the Friday show in studio down at 92.5 WLSD. We're
We
playing.
are. We are. Yeah, we're going to be doing the Other People's Show at 10 p.m. and Real Talk with Blues Brothers afterwards. Now, this past week's show, we had about a 45-minute delay because one game
Mm-hmm.
had went
And it's
into,
triple overtime.
yeah, quadruple. It was quadruple overtime.
Oh, really? I didn't know
Yeah,
that. I thought it was
yeah.
like triple.
And so it was a long series of games because I forget the gentleman that was there. I forgot his name, but he had been there about 8 hours.
Yeah,
Just,
in studio working the Marty.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And although it's not what you would call a quote hard job, you do have to pay attention those entire 8 hours.
Yeah, because when they need to go to break and you need to push some commercials through, or work the relay between him and the remote. I mean, there's a lot to do there behind the scenes.
Yeah, there's a whole lot to do. So thanks everyone for tuning in tonight. I hope everyone has a blessed and happy new year, and I hope that their 2025 ends on a good note.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and please check out all the social media: Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, The Other People Show. Casey, you have a good night,
You too, brother. We'll see you
and
soon.
we will see you. Oh, let's show everyone, if they haven't seen our little intro that we're
Logo.
going to be playing.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So that was an intro that was made a couple years back. It's been used a handful of times, but we're going to bring it
Love it.
back.
Yeah.
So, Casey, you have a good
Yeah,
night. Good night,
definitely.
everyone. Happy New Year.
I have a